Welcome back, gamers. Goodwin here, and we got a chance to look at the new patch notes and update for the Season 1.5 split that is coming on the 21st on stream last night. And so here is a little bit of a recap. Some of these updates are looking pretty awesome, and I cannot wait. The hype is real for this one. Without further ado, let's get straight into the balance adjustments. First, we have Captain America. Steve will receive some enhanced survivability. Yeah, his vibranium energy saw will feel smoother, and his ultimate ability would be more attainable thanks to a reduced energy cost. So ultimately, he'll be able to shield himself while he's mid-leap. His projectile speed is increased from 60 to 80 meters per second, and ricochets ramp up from 100 to 150 meters per second. That is insane. They reduce the energy cost of his ult by 500. They enhance his combat experience by separating Sentinel Strike from melee attacks. And Captain America will be able to use melee attacks while his shield is thrown or during the team-up ability charged Aegis state to activate the first 2 hits of Sentinel Strike. Additionally, while airborne, using melee attacks will no longer trigger the Super Soldier Slam ability. So he'll be able to jump and melee. Second, Doctor Strange, all he got was a hit to his base health, reduced by 50. Groot, they increase his wall placement range from 15 to 18 meters, which is kind of ridiculous. Magneto, damage buff, increased his base primary from 35 to 40. Thor, they remove the shared cooldown time after the duration of Awakening Rune ends. What? That is insane. He's going to be getting that ability all the freaking time now. Thor's about to be pumping out damage. Venom adjusted the knockback effect of Frenzied Arrival. Ooh, from vertical to inward. So it's going to pull them in. I love it. Reduce the energy cost of Feast of the Abyss, his ult, by 300. Black Widow increased magazine capacity of rifle from 8 to 15. Enhanced the slow effect or ultimate on enemies from 80 to 55%. Does that enhance it? Oh, and it gives them a 50% vulnerability debuff for 4 seconds. That's insane. Hawkeye increased his base health by 25. Reduced projectile damage of blast arrow by 5. Okay, so initial damage is reduced, but its splash damage is increased. Reduce the cooldown time for his slash. Increase the bow draw speed during duration. Oh my gosh. And raise the damage multiplier. So his ult is gonna go hard now. Dude, his ult's gonna... it's gonna shred. Hela, damage fall off of Night Sword Thorn at 30 meters will be changed from 70 to 80. Iron Fist. Increase the additional maximum health granted by Harmony Recovery from 50 to 150. The fact that they increased anything on him is stupid. He already made absolutely no sense. To give him this stuff is just ridiculous. They're not making sense with this character. Increase the maximum bonus health converted from damage blocked during Dragon's Defense from 150 to 200. Increase base health from 250 to 300. You've got to be kidding. Iron Man. Increased Unibeam damage by 20. Increased Unibeam armor overdrive damage by 10. Magic, they decrease the damage dealt by Demon's Rage in the regular state by 8. And they reduce the energy cost of her ult by 300. That's a pretty fair balance. I wouldn't call that a nerf. Mr. Fantastic. Increase the spell field radius after landing from flexible elongation from 2.5 meters to 5 meters. It'll now feature a knockback effect, launching enemies outward within the area upon landing. The recharge time for a single use of flexible elongation will be adjusted from 8 to 10 seconds. Increased damage from Brainiac Bounce is ult. Additionally, a new damage decay mechanism has been introduced. Spellfield damage will begin to decrease starting at 3 meters and will reach a maximum reduction of 50 at 10 meters. Increase the cost, but increase the damage, and then also increase the decay on them. We'll have to see how that plays out. I don't know from reading this how much that's going to affect him positively or negatively. Moon Knight. Reduce the Hand of Khonshu Talon's falling speed. They slowed it down, and now it doesn't matter where you're standing in the circle. If you get hit, it's 150. So if you get hit twice, ba-boom, from most people. Honestly, I think that's a buff. I think this increase is enough to outweigh the falling speed reduction. So Scarlet Witch, gain an additional 100 bonus health upon activating her ult. After it ends or is interrupted, this bonus health will decay at the rate of 50 per second. Spider-Man, reduce web cluster energize time by half a second. That's gonna be huge. That's a 33% increase to the duration of his max propulsion. So Star-Lord's gonna be zooming now. Storm, damage fall off of Windblade at 30 meters will be changed from 70 to 60. So it's reduced Storm's damage increase from Thunder during weather control from 16 to 12. However, the damage increase for allies has been increased from 8 to 10. Okay, so now it's a flat 10%. I was always curious about that before. The math had kind of showed that it was around 10%, but nobody could really, I never really did find like a solid, here's the real deal. Reduce Storm's damage increase from enhanced thunder during weather control from 30% to 25%. Okay, here we go. Adam Warlock. Increase the damage of quantum magic from 55 to 60. Additionally, the damage fall off at 40 meters will be changed. Dude could already one-hit combo, or he could already one combo squishies. I don't know why they did that. Increase the healing amount provided by Soul Bond to linked allies from 10 to 15. I understand that one. His Soul Bond was kind of weak before. Cloak and Dagger. Increase the energy cost to her ult from 3,400 to 4,000. Good. The healing amount of each segment will be increased by 30 per second and reduced from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. Good. The pause time between segments decrease from 1 to 0.67 seconds. Increased charge time. Increased healing, decreased duration. Vanguard's got pretty much like a general buff. Some DPS got some much needed balance, and then strategists, from what I hear, yeah, so basically strategists almost across the board had all their ult times increased, like charging times. So now they take longer to charge their ults. Cloak and Dagger, they had the healing increased, but the duration reduced by 2 seconds. And the pause between each segments is decreased from 1 to 0.67, so it'll be over faster. The healing effect from each segment will not stack when overlapping. Only one healing effect is applied. Additionally, camera control is unlocked during the activation of Eternal Bond. They're increasing the debuff from 20 to 28%. So they're speeding up and increasing the healing. They are slowing down the charge time and increasing the debuff that goes on them from Cloak and Dagger's ult. So you're not going to constantly have these giant purple clouds you're fighting through on all these comp matches because people are charging her ult in no time. That's not going to happen anymore. Making her charge time longer for her ult. Loki also increasing the charge time for his ult. Increasing mystical missile charges from 10 to 12, so he'll be able to shoot more before reloading. That's good. Luna Snow, just a general 4,000 to 4,500 energy cost, so another longer charge time. New team up abilities. Iron Fist and Luna Snow. Increase healing amount of frozen chi from 50 to 75, and the slow effect on enemies from 20 to 30%. Magic with Black Panther and Psylocke. Reduce the rewind time for Psionic Disc from 5 to 3. Additionally, the conversion ratio of lost health to blue armor will be increased. Reduce the rewind time for Wakandan Master from 5 to 3. Additionally, the conversion ratio of lost health blue armor will increase. They're dropping the Gamma Unibeam from 220 to 200 damage per second, and dropping the health bonus from 150 to 100. This one I have heard about. So Moon Knight's getting better survivability now. Full Moon new effect. Continuously heal Moon Knight for 25 health per second while within the affected area. So when he does that bubble that he gets from Cloak and Dagger now, it's not just going to make him go invisible, he's going to heal while he's in it. Penny Parker and Spider-Man. Reduce Spider-Man's suit expulsion duration from 4 to 1 second. Yikes. Replace the 50% damage reduction effect with a new invincibility effect. So it's a quarter of the time, but he's literally invincible during it.
Venture into this haunted terrain, now dominated by Dracula's vampire legions. Rescue Rita Tosca, the Asgardian squirrel god of Yggdrasil, and embark on a daring raid of Dracula's castle. We've heard your feedback about access kernel tokens and how frustrating it can be when they don't carry over. So, we are excited to announce a brand new redemption system. Now, you can convert those access kernel tokens into units. If you purchase the luxury battle pass and redeem all its rewards.
This one is huge.
We are rolling out a hidden name feature in competitive mode for players who reach Diamond 3. Once it's activated, your true identity will be under wraps during the loading screen, hero selection, and the start of the match. Other players won't be able to see your name right away.
It's a massive W. That gets rid of target banning. Now, if you've earned that rank, you could play whoever you want. You don't have to get target banned anymore. Oh, that's huge. That is huge.